For more than 4,500 years, one mystery has challenged every archaeologist, engineer, and historian who has ever stood in front of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Not because nobody searched for the answer, but because the answer may still be hidden behind solid stone. Deep inside the pyramid, there is a narrow shaft so small that no human can crawl through it. At the very end of that passage, researchers discovered something unexpected. A perfectly carved limestone door with two small copper fittings. There was no handle, no inscription, and no obvious way to open it. It looked less like a doorway and more like something designed to stay sealed forever. So, instead of sending a person, scientists built a robot, equipped with cameras, bright lights, and a precision drill. The machine slowly entered the ancient passage. Every inch forward meant entering a place that no human eyes had seen for thousands of years. The entire world waited as the tiny robot reached the mysterious stone door. Then, it stopped. The drill carefully created a tiny opening through the limestone. A miniature camera was pushed inside. What it revealed wasn't a hidden treasure. It was another sealed stone door. Two sealed barriers, hidden deep inside the greatest pyramid ever built. Why would the ancient Egyptians hide a passage behind not one, but two stone doors? To understand that, we first need to answer a much bigger question. How did they build this impossible monument in the first place? When the Great Pyramid was completed around 2560 BC, it stood nearly 481 feet tall, making it the tallest man-made structure on Earth for almost 4,000 years. More than 2 million limestone blocks, some weighing several tons, were assembled with astonishing precision. Even today, many of its joints are so tight that sliding a credit card between the stones is impossible. But the real surprise isn't its size, it's its accuracy. The pyramid faces true north with extraordinary precision, despite being built thousands of years before the invention of the magnetic compass. Its massive foundation is almost perfectly level across more than 13 acres, an achievement that would challenge modern construction crews even with laser equipment. And that's where the mystery truly begins. Without cranes, without steel, without engines, and without modern surveying tools, how did an ancient civilization accomplish something that still earns the respect of today's engineers? The answer wasn't magic, it wasn't aliens, and it certainly wasn't luck. It was careful planning, remarkable organization, and engineering techniques that continue to surprise researchers even today. Before a single stone could be placed, the builders first had to choose ground strong enough to support nearly 6 million tons of weight. Then, they had to align the entire structure with incredible precision, using only the sky above them. Many researchers believe they tracked the movement of circumpolar stars, the stars that never disappear below the horizon, to establish true north. Others suggest they combined astronomical observations with simple measuring tools and years of careful surveying. Whatever method they used, they got it astonishingly right. And that was only the beginning, because selecting the perfect location was far easier than solving the next problem. How do you move millions of massive stone blocks across the desert and raise them nearly 500 feet into the sky? Finding the right location was only the first challenge. The real test began at the quarries. Most of the pyramid was built from local limestone, but its most important chambers were constructed from granite, a stone so hard that even today it requires industrial-grade tools to cut efficiently. Yet more than 4,500 years ago, Egyptian craftsmen shaped these enormous blocks with remarkable precision. Instead of relying on brute force alone, archaeologists believe they combined copper tools with abrasive sand, patience, and repeated cutting motions. It wasn't fast, but it worked. Getting the stones out of the quarry was another puzzle. Some granite blocks weighed over 50 tons and had to travel hundreds of miles from Aswan to Giza. Evidence suggests they were loaded onto wooden barges and floated down the Nile during the annual flood season, when the river reached temporary canals leading close to the construction site. But transporting the stones was only half the battle. The greatest mystery was lifting them. No giant cranes, no engines, no steel cables, just thousands of workers using simple machines. For decades, researchers have debated how they did it. Some believe a massive straight ramp was built. Others argue for a spiral ramp wrapping around the pyramid. Another theory suggests a series of internal ramps hidden within the structure itself. So far, no single explanation answers every question. And that's exactly what makes the Great Pyramid so fascinating. The evidence continues to evolve, and each new discovery forces historians to rethink ideas that once seemed certain. Inside the pyramid, the engineering becomes even more impressive. Long, narrow corridors lead to carefully designed chambers that help distribute millions of tons of pressure away from the rooms below. Above the king's chamber, several hidden relieving chambers redirect the enormous weight of the pyramid, preventing the ceiling from collapsing. These weren't random design choices, they were calculated engineering solutions. And that raises an even bigger question. If the builders possessed this level of knowledge, what else did they hide inside? That question brought scientists back to the mysterious shaft. Years after the first robot discovered the second sealed stone door, newer robotic explorers returned with more advanced cameras. They captured detailed images of the tiny chamber between the two barriers. There was no mountain of gold, no forgotten royal mummy, no legendary treasure. Instead, researchers found an extremely small sealed space, carefully constructed and intentionally isolated. Whatever purpose it served remains uncertain. Some archaeologists believe these shafts had symbolic or religious significance, while others think they may have played a role in the pyramid's original design or construction. Even today, no explanation has been universally accepted. And perhaps that's the greatest secret of all. The Great Pyramid doesn't amaze us because it has answered every question. It amazes us because, after more than 4 millennia of research, it continues to ask new ones. Maybe the greatest discovery isn't hidden behind a stone door. Maybe it's the reminder that history still has mysteries waiting to be uncovered.